As we all know by now, John Cena retired in 2025 after the year was over. But we have another instance here of maybe somebody retiring. Will AJ Styles actually retire a month later in 2026? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. My name is Travis. Thank you for checking out this channel. I really do appreciate it. If you love WWE content, subscribe to this channel. For real. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm posting every single week. And look, we all like to talk in the comments together. This is not me just posting videos and just letting it ride and people comment and I don't get back to them. Nah, I get back to everybody. You want to watch these videos and we can talk about wrestling? That's what I want. I would love that. So if that's you like WWE content, subscribe to this channel and like this video because there's going to be a lot more of it. We got some big-time news happening coming out of Monday Night Raw. My gosh, I didn't think this was going to happen this soon, but Gunther has challenged AJ Styles to a match at Royal Rumble, yes, in just a couple of weeks. And if AJ Styles loses that match, he's got to retire. His career is on the line. I thought this was pretty wild because we've all heard, even Michael Cole mentioned it too on Raw, where AJ Styles has announced that he's done after 2026. He wants to retire after 2026. It's heartbreaking, especially because we just saw John Cena retire. We hear news of like CM Punk planning to retire soon. Roman Reigns is almost done soon. I just saw today that Becky Lynch says this is her last run. This is her final contract. After this, she's done. Everybody that we've watched for so long are calling it the quits soon. It's crazy. I mean, life just goes that fast. I mean, I remember watching Cena since day one, and then here we are 25 years later, and it's like crazy. I can't believe it. How time just goes like that, you know? You're so busy living your own life that you don't realize how fast the calendar year goes in WWE. It's just one rollover after another. And AJ Styles now is at that point. He's ready to call it. He wants to hang up the boots, and it's going to be after 2026. I've mentioned this in other videos. I've mentioned that John Cena gave us a day. He said, December 12th, that's it for me. I'm done after that, or 13th, whatever it was. I'm done after that. That's my final day. I'm done in 2025. AJ Styles has never given us a specific day. He said after 2026 is up, I'm done. But that he never said when in 2026. It could be now. It could be at SummerSlam or in the summer, or it could be like John Cena did after December. We never knew. He never gave us a day. So maybe this is it. Maybe AJ Styles is like, you know what? I said after 2026, technically that's true, but I'm going to wrestle in 2026. I'm just going to wrestle at Royal Rumble and then call it. Remember when he debuted in WWE, it was at the Royal Rumble, and it was 10 years ago. Imagine that. Like, he shows up at WWE 10 years ago at Royal Rumble for his debut, and then he calls his final match, or he's in his final match at Royal Rumble 10 years later. That's kind of poetic to me. I don't like it. If this was a poem, I don't like this poem. I don't want this to be it. I want AJ Styles to go the whole year at least. Give us a full year of AJ Styles. It doesn't have to be as glorified as a John Cena farewell tour, but can we enjoy AJ Styles for one more full year in WWE before he's done? I don't know how this is going to go. Selfishly, I want him to stay for the whole year. I actually want him to not retire after this year, but if it is this year, I would like him to go a whole year. But if this is his choice, and it is, if this is what he wants to do, he wants to be done early, that's it. Gunther has gone around with the whole, career killer gimmick, and, this could be another one for him. He could notch it. He could put it on his belt. I retired AJ Styles a month after I retired John Cena. That's wild to me. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think AJ Styles is done at Royal Rumble? Do you think Gunther puts him down for good? WWE just did like the most obvious turn or heel turn in the history of WWE, I think, ever. Like, that was the whole Natalya thing was mind-blowing to me. I'm watching this and I'm like, as soon as I saw Natalya walk into the frame with Maxine Dupree, I was like, why is she here? Because we all have known, right? Like, WWE hasn't really like amplified it, but we all know that Natalya has been the one training Maxine Dupree. We've heard the vignettes, we've seen the vignettes, we've seen small images, short, quick, subtle images of Natalya. We all understand. We've heard her voice in the vignettes. We know it's Natalya. But WWE has not put Natalya and Maxine on screen together, like on a Raw together or on a pay-per-view together. They just haven't done that. So for them to do it this past Monday, where Natalya all of a sudden wants to show up now and be in Maxine's corner and for WWE to fully acknowledge that these two have been together and Natalia's been helping her, I thought it was the most obvious, like, I'm going to turn on you sign that there's ever been in WWE. I didn't for a second buy it. Like, I was just like, what do you mean you're going to come out there now to make sure what happened last time doesn't happen this time? Natty, I've faced Becky Lynch like 7 or 8 times. Where were you all these other times? You're going to show up now, of all days? You want to help now? You want to make sure now that nothing's going to happen? No BS? I just thought it was the most telegraphed heel turn in the history of WWE. I don't think anybody was surprised. Were you? Were you surprised? Because me, the whole match, I was waiting for it. I was like, okay, when is Natty going to do it? Because it was the most obvious thing ever. Also, I thought that after-match attack on Maxine Dupree was funny. First of all, the crowd wasn't having it. Nobody really cared. And the other funny thing about it was, where was security? Like, if this is anybody else on the show, if this was the Vision, Adam Pearce is out there like that. Like, he is flying out there with security. This time, for Natty and Dupree, Pearce was just like, nah, have at it. Have fun. I don't know. We don't need security for this. I thought that was crazy. Where's the consistency, Adam? Your people are getting attacked after matches, and you only care about some than others? That was wild to me. Real quick, the whole Liv Morgan and Judgment Day stuff is getting more and more interesting to me because, yes, Dominic is not here right now. I don't know if this is WWE's way of buying time until Dom gets back so that they can proceed with whatever plan they had for Judgment Day, or if this is a pivot, or if this was the plan all along. I don't know. What I do know is I'm interested in Judgment Day again. Like, I've been calling for them to break up, but if this is the route that they're going to go, I'm on board because they all have title matches. Finn had a title match. Raquel's going to get one. And Liv and Rox are going to get a tag team title match or are getting a tag team title match at Saturday Night's Main Event. So they all have that goal of bringing gold back to Judgment Day and running Monday Night Raw again, which I like that because it was fun when Judgment Day was doing that every single week. A lot of people hated it because it's like they had all the titles and like, you know, it was all one faction. But I like that kind of thing sometimes. And I think Judgment Day doing that now is interesting again. But some of the things that Liv Morgan is saying out loud to the Judgment Day members is something that's kind of stuck in my head a little bit. She's going around saying a lot of like me and mine, like my Judgment Day or my title or my prodigy. She calls Roxanne Perez her prodigy. Does Roxanne Perez even want that? Is that even what she intended on doing? Roxanne never asked for that. And I feel like everybody right now in Judgment Day are all kind of just playing nice, but they're doing it because they all have alternative motives. Like, they all have different plans. You know what I mean? I think they all have their own plan, but they all are just playing nice with one another right now because I think in the short term, it benefits every single one of them. Hey, if I can help him win a title and then I just ditch him to the curb later on, I'm going to do that. I think that's the mindset of Judgment Day right now. Everybody's out for themselves, but acting like they're a team and helping one another. I truly don't think Raquel and Roxanne like Liv Morgan right now. Or the flip side, I don't actually think Liv likes Roxanne, and I think she's kind of switched on Raquel a little bit too. I think ultimately we're going to get Liv Morgan to be the babyface here, and I think eventually Raquel and Roxanne Perez are going to turn on them. And I thought it was funny that when when Roxanne and Liv went out there for the promo against Rhea and Io, how Liv kind of warned Io saying, hey, Rhea Ripley's got a history of turning on her opponent or her teammates. Like, she's going to stab you in the back. She's going to ditch you to the curb or whatever. I thought it was very ironic because I think while she was saying that, I think that's what Roxanne Perez's plan is. Like, I think she's planning on doing that to Liv Morgan. And maybe this was foreshadowing. Maybe this was WWE's way of kind of throwing it out there so that we're kind of misdirected. But I think truly that Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day are going to either go all of their separate ways or that Liv Morgan's going to get booted from the faction along with Dominic Mysterio because I don't trust any of them at all. But right now, I think they're all playing cool with one another, but they have other plans. Adam Pearce wanting Braun Breaker to show up next week is pretty funny to me. He asked Paul Heyman to do it, to let Braun let him know to show up next week, all because of this damn phone call. What is this phone call? Last week, Adam Pearce got one. Or was it this week? Either way, Paul Heyman alluded to something last week saying, you put your hands on him first, so that wasn't good on you. And then this week, Adam Pearce gets a phone call, and then later on in the night, Paul Heyman is like texting somebody after the Visions match, and then later on after that, Adam Pearce all of a sudden changes his tune after he received the phone call, after Paul Heyman was texting somebody, and all of a sudden now he wants Braun Breaker to show back up at work. What is going on here? Who was the phone call for? Was it something as simple as Triple H that they're calling, or did they go even higher? Did Paul Heyman call The Rock, or did Paul Heyman text The Rock? Are we going to get The Rock back on TV? Those are the only two things to me that make any sense. Either it's Triple H or it's The Rock. I mean, who else could it be? Who else could he be calling? Now, WWE could really swerve us here and bring in somebody that we weren't even thinking, but who really could that be other than Vince McMahon? Who else could be earth-shattering like that? You know what I mean? It's either Triple H or The Rock. I think it'd be crazy if it was The Rock, but I don't know why The Rock would really care. I want to know who that phone call and who Paul Heyman texting was. One last thing, our sweet Prince Finn Balor coming out to his OG song, man, that was so cool to see. You know, as much as I love CM Punk, he's been my day. I mean, he's my day one. I've always loved CM Punk. I've always been a supporter of his, even when he left on bad terms and all the bad things that came out about him and everything that happened in AEW, all of that. I've always been a CM Punk guy. That's always been my dude. You know, I don't know who he is or how he is personally as a person, but as far as a wrestler, that's my guy. But I also love Finn Balor. Like, Finn Balor is another one of my day one. Like, this truly was a bittersweet match for me. I was happy either way if Punk won or if Balor won. But there was that part of me that I was like, dude, if Finn Balor wins here today, I will go ape shit. I will go nuts if this dude wins today. I wanted it so badly, as much as I love both guys. I'm so happy Finn got that chance. I just hope it's not Finn Balor's last chance. I want him to win that title again. And I'm talking world title, not intercontinental. That would be nice. I want to see Finn get an actual respectable world title run. I think he deserves it. I think he's earned it. After all of these years, my dude had to relinquish that title, 10 years ago, one night after winning it. Like, he couldn't even defend it. I think he hasn't had a world title since then. I really want Finn to win that title, and I hope he does eventually. But it was really cool to see. Great crowd. They loved it. The OG theme was great to see. All of that was awesome. Good main event. Happy either way, but I hope Finn Balor gets back to it. All right, my friends, that's all I got for Monday Night Raw. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think was in that phone call? Like, who was on the phone call? Who was Paul Heyman texting? I would love to know what you think about that. The whole Judgment Day stuff, your thoughts. The Gunther and AJ thing is the most glaring question here. Do you think that this is it for AJ Styles at Royal Rumble? Does Gunther retire him there? That would be, I mean, you think about the heat that he's gotten from the John Cena stuff, this would be on another level. Just adding on top of the Cena stuff, this would truly, I mean, people might start throwing tomatoes at Gunther when he comes out. I'm not even going to lie. All right, my friends, let me know your thoughts. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please like the video. It does me a huge favor. Believe me. Trust me. Please like the video. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. If you like WWE content, we would love to have you. Until we eat again, my friends, as always, stay bitter.